Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Harakah Kadash. The one is the elder apostles, great millstone, the Roma. Shalom to the brothers doing work, Syrian truth. And yeah, you know, Trump is continuing on his path where he's being that maniac, he's being that ludicrous maniac where he's basically just come out and said like, well, he was trying to put a 10% tariff on the whole planet Earth, man. And said every crumb of soil on Earth is going to be paying 15%, so like 10% tariffs on, to trade with the US. Says on 9 News, says, I can destroy the country, Trump's rant after Supreme Court strikes down his key policy. Let's see if they got that.
They caused trade panic here in Australia and across the globe.
Right to do tariffs.
Tariff has been a defining tactic of his presidency.
I have the right to do tariffs, and I've always had the right to do tariffs.
But now, America's Supreme Court
Constitution.
immediately announcing and then signing a new order for a global 10% tariff on most imports for 150 days under a different federal law, which takes effect next week.
Going forward, we will be able to take in more money, and there'll no longer be doubt.
More than 180 countries and territories have been subject to sweeping tariffs over the past.
Yeah, man, I've been getting cooked by them tariffs, man. Been getting cooked by them tariffs, because why? It's that shit's peak. Trade is the lifeblood of the global economy. So, if someone's taking a 10%, the way, margins have been in general, there's going to be a lot of industries where they can't even survive. So, funny as hell. Can I close it? Okay. Yeah. So, it says what, can I even get rid of that? Okay. It says, as Donald Trump has lashed out at the US Supreme Court after they ruled his sweeping tariffs to be illegal. The court ruled 6-3 against the president, deeming his reasoning for the massive tariffs were beyond his authority. Trump praised the 3 judges who voted in his favor, and they called the other justices a disgrace to our nation. So it says they're just fools and lapdogs for the rhinos, Republicans in name only, and radical left Democrats. And not that this should have anything to do with it. Very unpatriotic and disloyal to the Constitution, he wrote on Truth Social. It is my opinion that the court has been swayed by foreign interests and a political movement that is far smaller than people would think, but obnoxious, ignorant, and loud. So yeah, it's saying what basically, what he's saying, like he was saying the deep state. That was his buzzword on his first term. The deep state's just resisting him. Obviously, this guy is the deep state, bro. This guy is the elite. He's basically the tool, the extension of their influence. Where he's basically putting together their desires. He's a tool for that purpose, and bring them terrorists, bro. It's hell, because it'll say, let me read on a bit more, because it says a few things. It says 2 of the justices who voted against the president, Neil Gorsuch, fuck knows, and Amy Coney Barrett were appointed by him. In a press conference, he spoke of his claimed powers as president. I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. This guy is a maniacal villain, man. This guy is. So I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. That's because he's really in that mindset where he's he can do whatever the hell he wants. I'm allowed to impose a foreign destroying embargo. I can embargo, I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1. You know, that's really the mindset. That's the spirit he has. The spirit on him is really that I can just do whatever the hell I want. That chief prince of Esau's spirit. In a bizarre explanation, Trump said he was very modest in my ask about other countries. Your man said everyone is trading. Pay up 10%. Like, fucking hell, imagine you're planning your expenses in a business. And then you might import iron, aluminium, all kinds of precious metal, all kinds of goods, even different like beans, like almonds, soybeans, these different things. Then you're buying in bulk. You might buy like 20 million of those, like in the space of like, I don't know, 3 months or 20 million. Let's lower that. Let's say you buy 250k of like fucking soybeans or whatever for a 3 month period. That's just then gone up to like fucking, what do you call it, 275. And then it could be multiple things getting a tariffs on it. It's this, bro, it's fucked. Like, what the hell? But he says, well, I didn't want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court, he said. I wanted to be a good boy. The administration is now left with a major headache of how to refund $184 billion in tariffs it has already collected. It's 184 fucking billion in tariffs. That's insane. Fucking hell, 184. But that's these are the things. Is like Trump, especially in this, because in the first term it was more the trade war with China. That was the thing that was fucking people over on a day-to-day. But the tariffs were the thing where it's like, bring in tariffs, it's basically going to bring wealth into America. But the reality of it is the cost of everyday living went up. Because it says, a bit further down, it says tariffs are paid by the businesses importing products from overseas, with the increased costs typically passed on to consumers. Already, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker has issued an invoice demanding a refund from the government for the tariffs. Your tariff taxes wreaked havoc on farmers in rate. Yeah, fucking. So if you're importing what they called fertilizers, pesticides, all those different things from overseas, then you're cooked. You're importing wheat. You're importing, bro. It's legendary, and like they said, it's just going to be passed on to the customer. It's like the cost of price of the brick going up. That's really how it's going to be felt, man. The price of the brick it's just every time fucking Marlo come in a co-op, he would just say, yeah, the price of the brick going up just because he can. Because why the fuck not? That's the same spirit Trump said, man. I just came on the mic and said, yo, 10% tariff on the whole planet Earth, bro. Hold that. That shit is fucking insane. So this morning, your handpicked Supreme Court justice notified you that they are also unconstitutional. Pritzker is conditionally a likely candidate for the Democratic presidential nomination in 2028. Trump announced his press conference he would impose a 10% global tariff under a federal law known as Section 122, but such tariffs will be limited to just 150 days. So yeah, that's what it was presenting up here as well, saying 150 days. But this guy that's showing why America's clearly at its end. Because this guy's coming in, and people are, you're gonna have people where they think, bring them tariffs, it's gonna make things better for America. But the reality of it is you're going to be feeling that burn, man. The cost of things going up. And then as well, same with the war. This man was talking about starting war with Iran. Those things are going to be, it's going to get peak for the average, everyday, every Joe blogs, every Tom, Dick, and Harry. That's just about, it's going to get peak. Because they're basically going to be feeling, they're going to be completely through. They, already that's been the spirit of like post 2020, the cost of living crisis, energy crisis, these things that are essential to living is feeling fucked. So I said, what Obadiah 1 and 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So yeah, as far as Esau, all his hidden things are being sought up. It's funny as well, because it's really why these erratic actions are happening from Trump. Is because the Epstein files exposed on a grandiose scale, the degeneracy he gets up to, the people who rub shoulders with get up to. This is what all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. And then the peace of thee have prevailed against thee. That's the thing, is all these former allies, all these confederates, all these people that are working with you, they're basically looking, they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. They're looking to flip it on you, man. Because why? Really, the truth of the matter is they smell blood in the water, man. There was that period of time where America had the preeminence. But, it's all done. And Trump's basically emblematic. He's the perfect symbol to kind of point out the decline and decay of America and why it's in that state. The bluster, the attitude. And then all the other nations as well, all them allies are thinking like, yo, we're basically going to have to be prepared for this guy to do fucking anything, man. Isaiah 14 and 4, it says, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Yeah, as far as for that king of Babylon, is his role is what? To be that oppressor, to smite the people in wrath. That's really what you got Trump doing, man, bringing down the hammer. But then what does it say? The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. So yeah, everyone's been feeling the pain, man. Everyone's got a bone to pick. And this guy's, he's fucking putting tariffs on the whole earth, bro. Man said 10%, any global trade where at any point it touches America, the price is going up. Everyone's going to be feeling all kinds of pain. That's his role. That's his job. But yeah, I'll leave it there though. Shalom, shalom.